Welcome to today's program. Today I'm going to be talking about one of the techniques museums use to display textiles. So here's what we're going to be using to hang our textile. What I have here is the loop side of Velcro sewn onto a piece of cotton twill. And the reason we do that is because Velcro is not archival. We don't want to put that material directly against our textile. And then secondarily, what the cotton twill allows you is an easy material to sew through when you hand stitch this material onto the back of the textile. So you can see here I have a length of 1.5 inch cotton twill and a piece of Velcro. Now we would normally make this material in bulk, so I would make, here's a roll, I would make maybe a 12-foot length of this material, which is going to be long enough for any textile, and then we'll use the leftover pieces for other smaller textiles. So you can see here I've just centered my Velcro onto the piece of twill. I'm going to sew down one side. And then sew down the other side. So let's imagine this little scrap of fabric as our textile. I've selected a thread that is as close as I have here at home to a color that would match, and if it comes through the front a little bit, you want that to be invisible. So just decide, in this case I've decided my textile goes this way. Obviously that's a little bit of a subjective decision that the museum is going to make because textiles aren't normally made to be displayed on a wall. And I'll just start sewing careful stitches, and the trick is you're trying to come through the front as small amount as possible. So you're just catching the minimal amount of fabric, and what you're thinking about too is how heavy is this piece? How much stitching does it need? Is it heavy such that I need to stitch very tightly, or can I stitch more loosely? Will it pucker? All those kinds of things, and those things you just have to look at the material you're working with. So now we're going to manufacture the wall hanging device. I've cut a piece of the hook side of Velcro to the same length as my textile, and then this is a product I manufactured myself, and you don't need this necessarily. A simple board will do the same thing, but you can see I've joined two pieces, and the purpose of this is if this is my wall side, it moves my textile a little farther off the wall when I display it, and that gives it more presence, so that's why I'm using this. But it's pretty simple. You just take your material, line it up, get as centered as possible, and I'm going to just staple the Velcro onto there, and don't be shy about using staples. Plenty of staples. So there you have it. Okay, so here I am at my wall. I've got my device. I've drilled a couple holes in it so that I can mount it on the wall. I got some screws. I'm going to just, let's say that's where I'm going to put my piece. I'm going to drill one side. Use my level to make sure I'm square. Then I'm going to take my piece and mount it. You want to be careful not to get the hook side on the back of your textile, so just place it carefully. And one of the nice things about this sort of thing is if there's something funny about the way it hangs, you can make small adjustments by pulling it off, maybe moving this corner up a little bit till you get the kind of look that you want. So there you have a demonstration of one of the ways that we hang textiles at a museum. Join me next time for a demonstration on how we're going to do some of the packing for our major move as we move our collection back to Iowa City.